Hey guys, how's it going? Today we got some gameplay of Rainbow Six Siege, and yes, you read the title right. Today we're going to be talking about how I got an ultrasound on my balls. So I guess I'll just tell the whole story of it. So one day, I had a pain in my left nut, just for no reason at all. I mean, I didn't get hit or anything, and this happened maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago now. So I was just sitting in class one day, and it started to hurt like really, really bad. Like I didn't even want to move or get up or anything. So what I did was I texted my mom and I was like, "Hey mom, I'm having this weird pain." And she was like, "Where?" So I told her, because it's better to be open about that stuff. But anyways, I tell her, and then she's like, "Oh my god, that's terrible. I'll tell the doctor, and we'll set up an appointment for you." So I'm like, "Alright, I'm hip, I'm down, let's do it." Then she texts me back and she's like, "Oh yeah, they said you're probably gonna wanna, you know, go, you're probably gonna wanna go to the ER instead, because I guess it's a pretty serious injury to have." So that kind of scared me a bit, and I'm like, "Alright, I guess we'll do that when you get home, mom." And she's like, "Yep." So she comes home, and I go to the ER, and they have me pee in a cup. They check my pulse and my blood pressure and all that good stuff. And then I see the specialist after waiting for maybe an hour in a hospital bed. So she's like, "Yeah, we're thinking that you might have a torsion." And I don't think any of you guys know what that is, because it's pretty uncommon, but it's like, if you imagine like twisting your balls around in a circle until a blood vessel like gets stopped up, that's basically what that is. So she's like, "Yeah, we think you might have one of those." And I'm like freaking out, because I didn't even do anything that could cause that. But anyway, she's like, "And we're also going to send you to the ultrasound room to get an ultrasound." And like, I don't even know what that, I've no idea what an ultrasound would be like, because usually those are just for pregnant women. But I'm like, yeah, okay. So I have to wait for a couple hours while they tend to people with more important injuries, I guess, because apparently a testicular injury isn't that bad. But I don't know, it seems pretty bad to me. So after waiting for a few hours, I finally go in to the ER room, and they roll me down on my stretcher like it's a freaking hospital show or something, like Grey's Anatomy. And so they put me in this room with just a lady, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Deb." And I'm like, "Alright." And she's like a heavy-set woman with like a stern face and kind of a deep voice. And I don't know, it was just pretty intimidating. I don't want that girl grabbing around on my hardware, you know? So she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna need you to take off your pants and lay down." And so she steps out of the room, and I do that. And she comes back in, and it's so awkward. Like, oh my god. I'm just sitting there without pants on, and it's pretty terrible. And so she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need you to lift your penis and put it on your abdomen and put a towel over it." So I do that, and then she tells me to put a towel under my nuts, like to prop them up or something. I don't even know why. Probably to get a good picture or something. And then here's the weird part. She gets this bottle of gel, and she like squirts it all over my crotch, and it's like fairly warm, and she's just like rubbing it around and stuff like that. And then this is the worst part of everything that happened. She gets a big metal tool. Try to imagine like one of those electric razors. Like it has the shape of a razor. Obviously it's not a razor, but it's just like the same shape. And she gets a big metal tool or whatever, and just like pushes it straight into my nuts, like as hard as she could probably. And I was like writhing in pain while she like squeezed this metal object against my nuts. And then she was just like clacking away on the computer keyboard taking pictures of like every single angle, and it was just terrible. So, like, I finished that up after having her spread a metal tool all over me for fun. And then they tell me, okay, now go wait back in your room. And we're gonna send all of your nut pics to a doctor who specializes in looking at nuts. And honestly, I don't know why you'd want to do that. Like, why would you want to just examine testicles all day? Maybe it pays well because nobody wants to do it. But anyway, so I waited in my room until probably like 10 p.m. And I ended up, I went in around like 3 p.m. or so. Just so you guys have an idea. So at about 10 p.m., they come in and they're like, oh yeah, the epididymis or something. I don't even know how you say it. It's like this, like, tube that carries fluids to your balls. They're like, yeah, this is inflamed for no reason. And symptoms of this are swelling and sometimes vomiting, I think. And they're like, oh yeah, this is mostly associated with the virus, usually. And I wasn't even sick. So I couldn't have even gotten it, because I wasn't even sick. It was so weird. Excuse me. So after she tells me that, she's like, yeah, I don't lift any heavy weights. Don't, run around or do any physical activity. And also, like, you can't do PE for a week. And that was pretty much, like, the worst part, because I was on the basketball team at the time. So I had to sit out for a week. Sorry. I keep feeling like I'm gonna burp, so I keep stopping to talk. I don't know how you say it. Anyways. So after all this, they want to draw some more blood because they want to check to see if I have a virus or something. And, they take some blood. Then I go home, and then they're telling me that I have to, like, put ice or apply heat to my balls. Which, I mean, I'm not very fond of. It's pretty awkward to do. So basically, that's the story of how I got an ultrasound on my testicles for no reason, because I wasn't even sick. But yeah, that's the story. Wow, I still have 2 minutes left on this commentary, maybe even 3. Not sure what to talk about. If you guys like these funny stories, I don't even know if you found this funny, but if you like stories and commentaries on gameplay videos rather than just watching gameplay, make sure you say that in the comments. And if you wanna like this video and share it to everybody, that'd be pretty great. And also, I'm thinking of starting a Twitch channel. And I'll probably stream some games on it, obviously, because that's what you do. I'm thinking H1Z1 probably. That's probably the most likely one I'll stream. And maybe I'll get into League of Legends. I don't know. I've heard of it, but I never played it, and I heard it's pretty good. And it's also the most watched game on Twitch, so maybe I'll check that out someday. Alright, well, I think this is the end of this video, so I guess just enjoy the rest of this gameplay. Have a great day. Make sure you subscribe and like my videos. And yeah, peace out, guys.